going on, everyone? So we have entered day 4 of free agency, and so far still waiting around for DeMar DeRozan. Looks like he's more likely than not going to go to the highest bidder. The Miami Heat are a team that is trying to acquire DeMar DeRozan as well. We'll see how it plays out. I still lean towards DeMar DeRozan going to the Lakers. Supposedly, he wants $25 million a year. I don't think he's worth that. Right? If DeMar DeRozan was the missing piece, if we were like a piece away and it was like, man, if we had DeMar DeRozan, we're a contender, then sure. But my problem is that we need more than just DeMar. We need DeMar and then, several other players, one of which we're going to talk about here in a moment. But hopefully the Lakers get DeMar DeRozan, and that's the first domino to fall. And then we can kind of shift focus, even though focus is already kind of shifted on the Portland Trailblazers. So based on reports, the Lakers have touched base with the Portland Trailblazers several times, right? That they've had constant communication, are really trying to work out a way to get Jerami Grant. They want 2 firsts for Jerami Grant, which I'm not super on, right? If you want like a first and a pick swap, sure, maybe. But if you have to give up 2 firsts outright for Jerami Grant, I like Jerami Grant. I think if you add him and DeMar DeRozan, now we're back into the conversation. But my issue is that he's overpaid. He's not worth Portland didn't even give up. Portland gave up, I think, a first to get him, right? Like, it's just, again, I understand in the market, you're asking for the highest price, right? Everyone says it's sales, right? Like, you want $50 for an item. You're not going to say, oh, give me $50. You're going to say, I want $100. And then, because maybe somebody will go, okay, well, I'll give you 75. But then you kind of work it down and you go back and forth and you kind of meet in the middle at 50 and you're like, yes, I got what I wanted. That's what my hope is here with Jerami Grant. Now, the Blazers supposedly want to move off of him sooner rather than later. And if that is the case, then I do think a deal for him gets done sooner rather than later. They're probably, I imagine, waiting around to kind of see, is anyone else going to pop up? Is there going to be another suitor for Jerami Grant? Some of these teams are trying to make some upgrades and stuff. You look at a team like, Denver, right? They lost KCP. Do they try to work something out? You never know. You never know what's on the horizon. So the Blazers, I'm sure, are not in a hurry, not in a rush to trade Jerami Grant. Us Laker fans were kind of like, can we get this over with? Can we do this now? Rather than, procrastinating and waiting it on. As long as you end up with the guy, I don't really care. I like Jerami Grant again, but my biggest concern is his commitment to winning. He has said numerous times that he loves being in Portland and likes the position he's in. And you look at kind of the history of the guy. He is a guy that has always begged question of his commitment. He is a guy that at times can just look lackadaisical out there, like he doesn't even want to be out there on the basketball court, or he's not really engaged and locked in constantly. And if we get Jerami Grant and DeMar DeRozan, we're trying to win here, right? And we can't have guy and Jerami Grant just deciding, I'm going to take time off. Also, the Lakers tried to trade for Jerami Grant back in Detroit. They've tried to trade for Jerami Grant for years. He's been in conversations with the Lakers for years. And Jerami Grant had his chance to be a Laker, and it probably would have gotten done and he would have been a Laker until he basically said he didn't want to be. Basically said, I don't want to, be a third guy. Right? Now, you take that, you take the comments that he's talked about with Portland, and you look at him, he gets to take 20 shots a game and get paid $30 million and do whatever he wants. Is he going to be 100% committed if he comes on over to the Lakers? Now, this was also years ago, right? People mature, they grow older, they kind of change their perspective. So my hope is that that's the case. My hope is that Jerami Grant is excited about being a Laker and does go, okay, this is my best opportunity to win a championship. We got LeBron James, Anthony Davis, we land DeMar DeRozan. Man, we got DeMar DeRozan, Austin Reeves. Let's go try to win this chip is my hope when it comes to him. But another thing is if we're going to have to give up a bunch of picks and a bunch of assets and stuff, you got to get Robert Williams, right? You got to go get Time Lord. Obviously there's concerns about him. because of his injury history. Portland, I don't like, what are they going to get for him? Right? Like, who's giving up a first to go get him when the guy can't play 20 games and you can't start him? And, he's more likely than not just never going to be more than a backup because of those concerns. To me, I wouldn't want to go and trade for Grant Williams straight up, right? I wouldn't want to go, Robert Williams. I wouldn't want to go for Robert Williams straight up if, like, we had to give up assets. But if he's kind of a tack on, right? If he's a guy that's like, oh, we're getting Jerami Grant and, they want 2 firsts, fine, but we want Grant Williams also, because he would be perfect. Because if he's healthy, he's great, right? Rebounding, blocking shots, him alongside Anthony Davis would just be tough. And look, Portland, they have, they got Clegan and then they got Ayton, so they don't have any. So like, where are they going to play Robert Williams? I don't know where he fits into their schemes as far as rotation. So to me, it's like you're not losing anything. And for the Lakers, he gives them a real low risk, high reward type pickup. You're not asking for him to play a huge significant role. You're asking him to just basically come in and play 15 minutes a game. So if you keep his minutes down and you keep his workload light, I think it's very possible that he could stick around and be healthier. I don't, still the questions of how healthy, but if he can kind of stick around and be healthier, I think he'd be a very valuable piece. And now you got kind of your backup, maybe keep Jackson Hayes in case Robert Williams missed some time, so that way you at least have Hayes as your backup, or, if you unload Hayes, bring in Colin Castleton and let him kind of be your third guy. And then you have Anthony Davis, Robert Williams. Robert Williams could easily slot in a pinch, like if Anthony Davis misses a game, right? Okay, well, Robert Williams just steps up, he comes in, or if LeBron misses a game, boom, you slot AD over to the 4, Robert Williams comes in at the 5. To me, it's just, it would kind of justify giving up what you had to give up. Right, because it's like, oh, we didn't just get Grant Williams, we also got we didn't just get Jerami Grant, we also got Robert Williams, right? So to me, it's like, now you got that, and then you go get DeMar DeRozan. Now you're like, okay, wait a minute, we got something here, right? It's like now we're in business, right? Because now you got DeMar DeRozan, which gives you a scorer and just a closer and all the things that the Lakers really need as just a bucket getter. You got Jerami Grant as your 3-and-D guy that can put the ball on the deck, go get you 20 on any given night. You got your backup center and Robert Williams, who can come in and, again, rebound, block shots, defend, do multiple things out there on the basketball court, give you some energy. And there's no question about his commitment when he's on the court. It's just him getting and staying on the court, right? And then at that point, you probably still have your mid-level exception. So can you use your mid-level exception to go get like a Tyus Jones or something? I still would love to get Miles Bridges if possible. But even if you can't get Miles Bridges, right? Like go get like a Tyus Jones, because you probably need a point guard, right? Especially because you're unloading D'Lo. So to me, if you could essentially turn, some combination of like Rui, D'Angelo Russell, and maybe like Jared Vanderbilt or something into these guys, right? Because I mean, Jerami Grant's making just a hair under $30 million, and then Robert Williams, he's making like $12.5 million. So you're talking, let's say 30, you're talking 42 million, 42.5 million that you need to get to. So you're looking, maybe you use D'Lo to go get, DeMar DeRozan, right? Or Rui. One of those two is probably going to Chicago if you're going to do a sign and trade for DeMar DeRozan. So essentially, to Portland, you're probably looking at something like, Jared Vanderbilt, which I'd like to keep Jared Vanderbilt, but if you get Jerami Grant, okay, I think you're in good shape at that point, right? So you go like Jared Vanderbilt, there's $10 million, go Gabe Vincent right? Because Portland just wants salary filler. That's what, based on the reports, all they care about. Salary filler, and then they just want the picks. So if that's the case, then, like I said, you go him, you go Gabe Vincent, and then either D'Angelo Russell or Rui Hachimura. So let's say it's Rui Hachimura, right? So Rui would give you another 17 million. So 17 million from him, got 11 million from Gabe Vincent. That puts you at 28. You get to, Jared Vanderbilt. That's 38. And then you got to throw in, maybe a expiring or two. Maybe you're throwing in a Cam Reddish back to them, or maybe they'll take Jalen Hood-Schifino, and then boom, there you go. Now you got these two, and you still have D'Angelo Russell's contract to go and trade for a DeMar DeRozan, right? Unless DeMar really is set on the 25 million, at that case, then everything kind of crumbles. That makes things a lot harder. But if he's willing to, say, make like 20 million, then you could go and give D'Lo and then throw in, any contract. Again, it could be Cam Reddish or whatever, and boom, there's the money. And now you got all three. That's best case scenario. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. Pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you like the idea of going and getting Grant Williams, or Jerami Grant and Robert Williams? I keep putting the two together. Do you like that idea? Do you think, no, just get Robert Williams, or just get Jerami Grant, or just get DeMar DeRozan and go get other pieces? How do you feel? Whatever your thoughts are, I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.